Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Wilds of Eldraine draft here on the channel. We're going to go pick by pick, play by play, talk through everything, you know the drill, so that you can learn more, improve at Magic, and have fun along the way. If you enjoy this sort of thing, let me know in the comments. I'll make more of them. Hit the like button if you do enjoy it, and subscribe for more drafts. Ho 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 ho, the mouse! The raging battle mouse! Oh my goodness. The second spell each turn costs one less. And then at the beginning of combat, you can give a creature +1/+1 if two or more entered. I think that card's pretty good. I also think that Shrouded Shepherd is absurd if you're playing black-white. And I also think Hopeless Nightmare is great. I think Hopeless Nightmare is the card that I want to take here. I have loved having this card. I also really like Return Triumphant. Also, I am streaming this live on Twitch, so if you are interested in interacting with me, asking questions, stuff like that, I am around on Twitch, and you can watch me live. Hopeless Nightmare, Shepherd. I don't love the splashy spellcaster just because it's a 4-drop. Return Triumphant was good for me last time. I also love Curse of the Werefox. I think I'm going to take Hopeless Nightmare, though. I pretty much never feel like drawing this card is bad. It's almost always great. And just starting off with a 1-drop that's good with bargain cards is nice. Okie doke. Pick 2. Already some interesting things here. Curiosity can be good in the Fairies deck, which can go in blue-black. And then what else is there? There's a Tattered Ratter, which can go well in red-black. Just a 2/2 in other decks, though. Don't love Stroke of Midnight. I think Obira's Attendance is pretty good. Honestly, the card I'm tempted by. There's also a Root Rider Fawn. I haven't loved that card, though. I don't like Ego Drain. This is a weird pack for me. And then I'll get to some of the questions from Twitch chat, because I do like answering those. But this is a thinker. The best black card follow-up would probably be the... There's not a black card I can take out of this pack. I could take Curiosity. Obira's might just be better than Curiosity, though. There's a Ratter, which I don't really like. I just find it hard to get rats. And the Fawn. I'm going to take the Obira. I'm going to take the Fawn. I'd rather bias away from blue. Oh, Max rewarded! Let's go! His last second swap to the Fawn. He gets the redemption. Just a 3/3 that then buffs your other guys. It's a great card. There's also a Princess Takes Flight, which is fantastic. Love that card. Ash is really good in red-white. There's a Candy Grapple. Oh my gosh, there's so many different directions I can go with this pack. And then I'll get to the Twitch chat questions. But this is a really tough pick, because there's a Candy Grapple and there's also the Redemption. Creature or land. So you can get your best creature while sacrificing a bad one. There's also Grapple. And this keeps me towards black. There's also the Princess. I can't take Princess. I think it's between the Candy Grapple and the Huntmaster's Redemption. But I'm going to take the green card. I think they're close, though. Okay. Immediate Punish. Obira. But not that much. We'll just take the Red Tooth Genealogist. Actually, there's a Witchstalker Frenzy. It's absurd. This card is like maybe the best uncommon in the set. It's like a 1-mana deal 5. Yeah, that's an easy pick. There's a Genealogist. We're seeing some black cards, but this is an easy pick. Okay, here's some questions that I can get to. People say they like me and Gauntlet X. 5 gifted on the line for the trophy. You don't have to gift subs potato skis. They wanted me to take the Battle Mouse. My big picture tips for the format since it's released. It's just not clicking for you. I would say prioritize like cheap synergistic cards like Hopeless Nightmare over like generically like strong cards like Fell Horseman. Like Fell Horseman's a little bit worse than it would look, and Hopeless Nightmare is better than it would look. Okay, well we're gonna take Imidane's Recruiter and then splash white, I think, in a red-green deck. There's also a Ferocious Werefox, but this card just ends the game on its own. And it's fine just if you don't have any splashing tools, but we can get some splashing tools. Root Rider Fawn already off to that kind of direction. We can use this thing to go get it. And if we have some splashing tools. And then Ferocious Werefox would be my second pick out of this pack, but this card's just incredible. Absolutely stellar pickup. I don't love Stingblade Assassin. Okay. Now, maybe I could still just be red-white. I don't have to be green. I mean, there's not a green card I want in this pack. And I do really like stockpiling Celebrant. I don't love Bellowing Bruiser, but Celebrant does some good stuff. It's good with the Huntmaster's Redemption. I can even like sacrifice a creature to go get my stockpiling Celebrant, bounce the Redemption. I love Boundary Lance Ranger. This card's fantastic. This card is fantastic. I'm not actually seeing that much green. If I wheel the Ash, how good would that be? I don't think that's likely to happen. I'm kind of just towing the line on all of the Naya cards here. I can't really use this one. This card's okay, but this card's really nice. Hey, Kazgul. Sir Armont. And now we get a Evolving Wilds. I don't like Eerie Influence. Wheeling an Evolving Wilds. Maybe I could just try to play like straight 3-color. Getting some late blue cards. I almost took the Obira's Attendants. I'm just kind of avoiding blue a little bit for the time being. Commune, Clothier. So we're pretty much some combination of Naya. Probably red-green, if I had to guess, but splashing white. I could splash white for this card and this card. I could just have a deep white splash. Yeah, stopgap, pick 11. I already have a Grotto and an Evolving Wilds to help with my deep white splash. Man, Obira. I'm not even close to playing that deck. So Tupac, I don't think this is a directionless draft. If you think about it, I have like a strong red-green base of cards. And then I'm going to splash white fairly heavily, but it's still going to be like 2-color base. I'm not going to play this Clothier. But I'm just going to play like, and I'm not going to play this card. But the way this deck is looking is like, okay, I'm going to have the Celebrant for a combo piece with like Huntsman's Redemption and stuff. And just because I think the card's really good. Or I might not even do that, and I might just splash Sir Armont, depending on how this goes. Or I might not splash at all. But I'm looking to play red-green here. And we get a nice removal spell for our red-green deck. Mana Flare is not a playable here. The End is pretty good, but we can't really go that direction. Celebrant's okay. Yeah, but not for this particular situation yet. Lectern is not a card I really like, so seeing that pick 12 is not a huge shock. Do I have archetype rankings yet? Well, I know blue-white's the worst in my book, because I think blue and white are the... I think blue-white just doesn't have any reason to really exist. There's not a good enough payoffs. Like the blue-white gold card, the creature is like just good enough to splash. And yeah, so this is a good pickup here for us. We now have 1, 2 pretty good removal spells. I generally aim to have at least 4 removal spells. It's just kind of a random number I've picked, but it feels like when I have 4, I generally have enough. Like I have a removal spell when I need one. If I get Hilda, is it worth playing blue-white? Yeah, definitely. I mean, Hilda's worth playing because Hilda's absurd. Ooh, there's a Fawn's Bane troll. We could splash that as well. Or we could splash that instead of splashing white. There's also a Torch the Tower. Grim King XX, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. I'm going to take Fawn's Bane troll here. Because when you have a Huntsman's Redemption to go get whatever creature you want, and also Root Rider Fawn and 2 Evolving Wilds and a Crystal Grotto, it's fairly easy to splash. And this card's really good. And if I get Prophetic Prisms, I'll take them highly. I might not splash white. There's a Graceful Takedown and a Torch the Tower, but Fawn's Bane troll could be like the best card in my deck. Let's see, do I know anybody in our draft pod? Nope. But maybe one of them will be watching the video and they'll be like, oh, I was in the draft. But I just had an incredible experience playing Boros, so I am on the Boros train for now. Perfect. We get a Picnic Ruiner. This card is fantastic. Absolutely love this card. The 3 counters just like feel devastating a lot of the time, and then it just hits as a 4/4 or more if you put a thing on it. Verdant is in medium. I think Root Rider Fawn's great in this deck for my fixing. Are there any good tap enablers or payoffs? The best payoff is the uncommon, the blue-white one that draws you cards. But the other ones just aren't good. I would not recommend playing blue-white. Red-green's pretty good, though. And we get another one. Jeez Louise. Food Fight's deeply medium. Not a card I love. Picnic Ruiner's fantastic. There's just not much to talk about in these packs. Because it's just such a clear... I have Boundarylands Ranger, which I love. Two Picnic Ruiners. Good removal spell. Great removal spell. Good rare to go search up my bomb black card. I can just splash black more deeply. Oh, baby, a Treasure Maker. This is perfect. I wouldn't mind the Flick a Coin either, but the more like cards like this I get, the higher my likelihood of being able to just splash like any good things I get are. Flick a Coin also makes a treasure. Another Picnic Ruiner? My gosh. What did the picnics do to you, dude? Like, my god. Nobody's allowed to have a picnic. There's also Brave the Wilds, which I like, but Picnic Ruiner is just fantastic. Now there's a Dragon Mantle. I don't think anyone's playing blue. I think blue is fine. I've had some good blue decks, but I think it is probably worse in best of one for starters because it's a bit slower, and even being a step slower really punishes you in best of one. And then you kind of don't really want to be fighting over your blue cards. Oh my gosh, I love Royal Treatment. This card is so good. I also like this Minecart Daredevil so much more than I thought I would, but really it's all about the Royal Treatment for me. Giving something hexproof is so strong. And giving it a thingy-mabobber. Now we get a 2-drop. We don't really need 2-drops, though. Then again, we don't really need Beanstalk Worms. And I could use a Troublemaker Oof. Maybe. Oh my gosh, we wield Graceful Takedown? What are people drafting? Not green, that's for sure. Yeah, Zero Wolf. Fawn's Bane Troll is amazing. We're ruining picnics. That's what we're doing. Not taking blue cards and ruining picnics. I don't think I'm going to play the Dragon's Mantle. Okay, last pick green card. That's a good sign. Pack 3. This card's fantastic, but we won't be playing it. This card's deeply medium in our deck. This is like the reason to like the best blue-white card, but we don't really use that anyway. This is just a terrible pack for us, honestly. There's nothing we can use. We don't want a Harried Spear Guard. We don't want this because our deck is more of like a proactive deck. This is just the worst pack for me I've ever seen. There's a Werefox Bodyguard, but I'm not going back into white. I guess I'll take the Stockpiling Celebrant just in case there's something I want to do. I don't really want Edgewall pack either. Maybe that's the pick, though. I love this card. This card is absolutely stellar. Just absolutely stellar. You make a 1/1, you make a food, and then you make 2 counters on something. So it's like a 2-mana 3/3 on a delay. The Red Cap Thief is a card that I would be happy to play. I do have this Imidane's Recruiter. I guess that's why I wanted to splash white in the first place, especially because I can search it up. I have this thing that can get white. I mean, double splashing is much harder. It is doable, though, if you take cards like Red Cap Thief highly. I'm just going to take Welcome to Sweet Tooth. And then we get a Hamlet Glutton. Fantastic. This helps you win the aggro matchup. Nothing else even in this pack that's my colors. I'm not really splashing that much into white. I might not even play the Recruiter thing because I have a better card to search up. Hearth Elemental has been fantastic against me. I just need to take this card. Like, every time my opponent plays it, they're just drawing 2 cards with an empty hand. It's also, like, fairly large as a 4/5. I don't have that many instants and sorceries. But I do have some adventures. Thanks, Dottledorf. This card and this card are also both solid, but this is a pretty easy pick. I think Crystal Grotto could be fine, too, in this deck. Ooh. Yeah, this is an easy pickup. I'm back to splashing white gently. The Werefox. This card's really good. I think I can get away with it, too. I think I can play 1 Plains, 1 Swamp. I think I have 2 Graceful Takedowns. I'd rather just get a removal spell I can use whenever. How's my creature count looking? 13. There's a Hamlet Glutton. Also a Redcap Thief. I kind of want to just take Redcap Thief. How's my removal spell situation? I've got 1, 2, 3 removal spells. I'm going to take Torch the Tower and try to wheel the other Redcap Thief. Okay, get my 4-2 going. Wheeled this card. This is the moment of truth for us, though. Can I get the red cap on the wheel? That would make this deck so much better. It's nerve-wracking. This was a close pick. I think the fact that I have a chance to wheel one of the 2/3 guys makes a difference. Mandarang, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate that. No, we didn't wheel it. Dang it. Maybe it was the next pack. Somebody took it, though. Yeah. Somebody took it. I got greedy on it, I guess. I think Torch the Tower is still good, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not unhappy to have Torch the Tower. And I'm not unhappy to have Welcome to Sweet Tooth, either. Yeah, late Celebrant. I might go deeper into white. I'm going to do red-green base, but I think with my lands situation... Gosh, I wish I'd gotten a Treasure Maker. I should have prioritized it a little higher. Like, this is good with white cards. This is good with white cards. And I think I want to play some number of these. The Fawn's Bane Troll is good, though. We're going to keep that in there and play 1 Swamp. But our Evolving Wilds is definitely going to prioritize. So we have 5. What's the colors looking like here? Yeah, pretty even on red and green. And then 2 Evolving Wilds and a Crystal Grotto. So this is 8, 14, 15, 16, 17. 3, 9, 15, 16, 17. Would I rather play this card or Stockpiling Celebrant? Stockpiling works great with Huntsman's Redemption. What else does it work well with? I mean, that's not too bad. Okay. This card, how many auras do I have? Oh, this thing makes a treasure. That's good, too. I've got a couple of auras. Honestly, I'm fairly happy with this. We have a lot of white cards, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources, kind of. And I think this will be good. Let's try it like this. I think I'm playing all my best cards. And yeah, I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a brief shout out to the NicolaiBolas Patreon. If you've been enjoying my videos and would like to support my content directly, then Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is a way for viewers to give back to the content that they enjoy. So if my videos have made your life a little bit brighter, maybe you want some extra booster packs or gems on Magic Arena, and you just enjoy the channel, then Patreon is a way for you to give back and help me continue making high quality content on a consistent basis. You'll also gain access to things like my Wilds of Eldraine tier list, where I grade every single card in the set on an A through F scale, and other things like drafts with me, or even being featured in these credits, because I do want to give a special shout out to the patrons who support at the credits level. It really does mean a lot and helps the channel grow and thrive. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, and without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We're going to keep this. Easy keep. Hopefully we draw another card. I would love to just use the Picnic Ruiner for the counters. Slumbering Keep Guard. We're just going to cast the Picnic Ruiner, though. That's one of the strengths of the card, is that you can just play it like this. We're going to try to use this treasure to power out the 2/2s. Croaker, no. Sure. This costs 8 mana to do. If I want to do it all in one turn, that is. And I think I'm going to make Picnic Ruiner 4/4 and this guy a 5/4. They don't get a dove token. Because it didn't go to their graveyard. They're missing a color. Next turn, we're going to Picnic Ruiner, make this guy into a 5/4, this thing into a 4/4. And then just start bashing for 8 while holding back on defense. With our royal treatment to keep our guy safe. We've heard Imitating Recruiter, Hearthstone Elemental, and the deal 5 removal. Each man is best. Oh, I think the deal 5 removal is absurd. Imitating Recruiter suffers because it's a gold card, so I don't think it's in the same tier. And I haven't played Hearthstone Elemental, but that card feels nutty every time it's been played against me. I was like, oh, they always do it for drawing 2 cards, and how lucky is that? But it's like, oh, they just wait until they're empty-handed and then cast it and get a huge amount of value. I don't know if it's in the same tier as the 1 mana deal 5 at instant speed, which is what that card, the removal spell, feels like. Having royal treatment here makes me feel so safe. Because I can just block with impunity with my Grabby Giant. I wonder if they're mono white. That doesn't make any sense. Hilda's Crown of Winter, sure. Six, 7. Hmm. I have my big flourish coming up. I think having this to put trample on this guy is going to be better. What are some of the best not red uncommons? Dang good. Are they not even blocking? They didn't. I mean, they didn't tap something. I feel like they would have tapped my 4/3 trampler or my 5/4. Probably the 4/3 trampler. That's non-red uncommons. The black-white gold card is pretty good. Black has some good uncommons too. Green has some really good uncommons. The black rat, which I think is a little bit lower because it's just such an expensive card. Just kill like all of their creatures. They get a dove. That was pretty silly. Imminent recruiter's still around. I only lost the tokens. That's hilarious. Ariad's apple, sure. 4, 8, 9, 10. Am I gonna lose? Oh my gosh. They have the life gain spell. Oh my gosh. What? And the Ariad's apple can, keep in mind, deal so much to me. Well, that was quite a rip. Let's just say we needed that. This is 8. They just have to block. Could I have won if I had just pumped this guy? That'd be 8, 13, 15. It's not quite lethal. But if they blocked something else, I should have just played the Hamlet Glutton post-combat, because Royal Treatment might be able to win me the game. No, but they're just going to block my biggest guy. 4, 8. Oh my gosh. No, I choked. Why would I do it like that? I could have literally won. Oh no. Now I lose if they have a second apple. Actually, no. I don't quite lose. Wow, if I lose this game after this, I'm going to be beyond upset with myself. Okay, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I was at 7 life. It was going to be really hard for them to win, but I was at a functional 4 from that. Wow. That was unreal. The grabbing giant treasure token just devastated them. Also, the like just guy that made like my entire board huge, and the picnic ruiners were amazing. Wow, 58 people tuning into the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Great to have you all along for the ride. Yeah, they might not have blocked that way if I had 7 mana up. True. But I would have preferred them to not block that way. I would have preferred them not to have any creatures in play. Because that way, if they drew another area tapple, I was dead this way. Okay. This is an interesting spot. I think I just go get my mountain, but I would really rather get a plains with this. But I think I have to get mountain. Make sure my deck functions. I don't have that many white cards in the grand scheme of things. I'm going to give myself one more turn. I don't really want to play this on turn 2 anyway, especially when they have open mana. Proceeds to draw forest. I'd rather just put 3 counters on something with this. They have a Byra for the max punish. Of course they do. They don't have a counter spell that I was playing around. They have a 2-drop that's going to make me die very quickly. Gosh darn it. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Gosh, drawing every forest in my deck was not my best strategy. It was a weak tactical play, I'll admit. I'll learn from it. I'll remember not to draw every forest next time. No! Oh my gosh! We need a mountain. Draws 2 forests. Okay, fine. I'll go get a mountain. No! The pain! The pain, the agony. Dun, 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 they're hitting me quite hard, and I knew that I would. I think I have to kill Obira, even though Mocking Spread's a better card, just because Obira's going to deal more damage to me. And if Obira does 2 points of damage, then all of a sudden it's a 2-turn clock instead of a, like if I kill this thing, then, yeah, it's a 3-turn clock potentially. And I need all the clocks so I can get... Ah, Twining Twins. You love to see it. Let's just chalk this one up to my draw was absolutely horrific. I think I drew a land every turn, and it was a land that I didn't need every turn. I think I drew... Maybe I drew one spell, but it was like, draw forest, draw mountain right after I didn't get the plains. Oh, the drama. I wish I had a second Crystal Grotto. That would be better than Evolving Wilds, I think. Crystal Grotto, da 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 da. Okay, let's go different direction. Something's happening. Thank you for something. I can't see what happened just yet. Activity feed. Oh, thank you for the... What happened? Where am I? Someone subscribed or something. It should have popped up. Something popped up on the screen. Okay, we'll keep this on the draw. I need to figure it out. Activity feed, not telling me much. Can someone tell me what the pop-up on the screen was? Did somebody follow? Did somebody give a donation? What is it? Maybe this will show it. Oh my goodness. Who donated it? Gosh darn it. Well, I'm going to play my Evolving Wilds and then get to the bottom of this. My goodness, I'm so grateful. Who was it? My gosh. I normally have a setup where I can look at this. But oh my gosh, I didn't set this up properly. I will look after this game and have everything set up properly. Okay, blue-black again. We're going to get red mana first. My goodness, I really appreciate that. And then we will play Welcome to Sweet Tooth. And then, I have... I'll find it. I have the ability to find it. Vicao1010, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It is greatly appreciated. Submit 0. Kill this guy before he can go out of control. And then attack. And then they might want to kill my 1/1, but that's fine. And I'll get a plains here. My Hamlet Glutton's going to be pretty good. Ufe should be pretty good. This should be good as a reach creature. Oh, my goodness. I really appreciate that. That's so kind of you. How's this game going? I haven't really been paying attention. We killed that guy. That's good. This thing is kind of useless for them right now. We have so much action. We're going to have a 3/3 soon. Another Mocking Sprite. Okay. Gonna go get my plains here. It worked out perfectly. Do I want to just play Imidane's Recruiter? No, I think I want to save that. But I don't think I'm ever going to get a huge situation with it. I kind of want to just make a treasure. It's a really bad turn. I really need to draw land that turn. But now if I draw a land, I can play Hamlet Glutton. Why not Celebrant? I don't have anything I want to bounce. Just playing a 3/2 doesn't do much for me. I'm kind of ego drain proof. All of my cards are good. Cheers, Mandarang. Hope they don't take Hamlet Glutton. The Troublemaker, oof. If they took that, I'd be happy. Grabby Giant would honestly be fine. Okay, they took the Hamlet Glutton. So if I draw a land, I can play the Grabby Giant. I don't really want to use my treasure. You really like green, Awab? Why did MTG Arena just crash? Well, Arena crashed temporarily. They took my Hamlet Glutton, but I'm back. And better than ever. They're going to maybe try to counter this. We'll go for it. I'll call their bluff. Maybe they don't have something. Get wrecked, opponent. Get absolutely clobbered. They're just drawing 2 cards, sure. I think I would have drawn 2 cards in response in case I drew a counterspell, but maybe that means they don't have counterspells in their deck. Ugh. Having a 4/3 reach is definitely good here. They know every card in my hand. But yeah, that was weird. Arena just literally turned off. Cool thing is I can play this, play the other half, bounce it with the Celebrant, play the Adventure again, play the other half again. Sure. Troublemaker Oof got a lot better. That's fair. I figured they would have countered the Giant, which means they either drew that this turn or they were saving it for the Imidane's Recruiter, and I walked into their trap. It's really hard to know. I'll let him get 1 card. That guy's good. Probably good enough. I think I'm going to get more scrying in this, so I'm going to get rid of it. Oh, they have to cast a cheap spell. Right. Yenna's going to be good. Especially with this. Potato skis, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. My gosh. 5 gifted subscriptions. See you soon, Potato Skis. We'll let the hype continue. So this is going to draw into their bounce spell. But they don't get to copy it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I also don't mind the hype music going over and over because it is a very hype thing. Thank you. Thank you so much. They're going to bounce our Yenna, I think, and then we're going to trade Alchemist for Stockpiling Celebrant. Potato Skis is a W. I appreciate that. Yep. Maybe I should have just played Oof because of that. Hopefully this works. They have 2 mana. I really want to play this thing. Wow, that's so kind of you. I really appreciate that. Okay, Yenna. I might be just getting lost in the sauce in terms of the value I'm going for here. If I play this and Oof, then I can sacrifice it to go get my Giant. And I know that Yenna's really good copying this thing, especially because like you can chain it together, but I don't think I'm in a position to do that right now. They had another Johans. No. I've been mana constrained for a long time this game, which is really hosing me, to be honest. The cool thing about this is you can like just chain it together infinitely. I actually am going to go get... I really want to get this guy. But I think I'm just going to go get Swamp. So it'll have all my colors. And then I can play Fawn plus Yenna. Stop on my upkeep. Copy this thing. How many gingerbreads is too many gingerbreads? Hard to say. This is a really good combo. I hope they're out of interaction. You got 5 gingerbreads? That's a lot of gingerbreads. Gosh darn it. Okay. This stupid mocking sprite is going the distance. If I'd gotten the troll, it would have worked out better for me. Because then I could have killed the mocking sprite, I think. Yes, they look like they're out of action. And then I can sack a treasure. Grabby Giant is so clutch for me right now. The reason I didn't put a counter on this guy is because they already want to kill that guy. Maybe I should have put an extra counter on Yenna. Because then this thing's going to be triggering no matter what. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Also, I do somehow get rid of this, then I get a huge creature. Great. They have 1 card in hand. Yes! That was a satisfying win. My gosh. Grabby Giant, you clutch bowman. Holy heck. I don't even know what he's grabbing. It's so satisfying. My gosh. That was a crazy tough win. Oh, that was a tough win. What's he even holding? He's like holding a dwarf. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Potato Skis, you're too generous. My gosh. Wow. Thank you so much for your generosity. Wow. That's, yeah. I really appreciate that. 2-1. Hello, Fine Fox. Reach is important in a Gruul deck. My gosh, that was a crazy game. The Grabby Giant. Oh, here we have it all. Hey, Demo, welcome in. We're going to play this land. I'm always on the draw. No. Oh my gosh. Potato Skis is out. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Wow. You gifted like 10 subscriptions to the channel. That's like crazy. Thank you so much. We'll get our planes so we can cast this thing on turn 3 to get back our Sweet Tooth. Welcome. Actually, no, we're going to get this thing back. Duh. We'll sacrifice this token. Potato Skis is hype. Okay, so this thing, I misread it the first time. I think it has an extra mode. Yeah, it's got an extra chapter that I didn't notice the first time I did it. Create a food, play the redemption. No attacks. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to get Yenna off this. This is black mana? Okay. Okay, so I still trade, and I got that card out of their hand. Oh, I just drew the Yenna. So I don't need to sack a creature. I forgot that I had this mode coming up. I probably shouldn't have blocked thinking about that, because I would have taken 1, I would have been at 12. But then I would have been able to sack that thing to go get the land that I needed, potentially. So I can make a Wicked token or something. I need to stop on my draw step. The cool thing about Yenna is she kind of goes infinite. Oh, I can only activate it as a sorcery. Never mind. I'm bad. Oh. So I'm gonna. They're both royal tokens. I can't use that right now. So it costs 3 mana to do. kind of want them to go for a removal spell on my guy. Oh my gosh, I counted wrong. I forgot this guy wasn't going to be permanently big. Yeah. I go to 1. This card has been absurd. And now we hope. They probably are going to win this game. I don't think I have a chance. This is just pretty absurd. They haven't won it already, so... They're just playing 4 mana 5/5s. Sure. Gosh, it's always... Oh my gosh. That would have been amazing if I had an extra land here. Yeah. We're going to concede. Okay, that was... To be fair, they had an incredible draw. Like, they had, like, every card they could possibly want. They had 3 Blind Mice into tail for ages. And, oh my gosh. I also made a big misplay when I attacked with this person and went down to 1. I could have, like, double blocked their mouse. Oh my gosh. The card that made all the stuff tick, though, was the fact that they had every single enchanting creature in their deck combined with +2/+2 for everything. What the heck was that? That was pretty good. Just making their guys, like, unbeatably large. Also, I choked on the Sweet Tooth thing. I made a terrible block, and it cost me the game, probably. If I'd just been able to make my 3/3 into a 5/5, I'm just so much better. Instead, they kill the 3/3, and I lose. So, that was my bad, though, on the block. I wasn't even thinking about it. I forgot about the Sweet Tooth trigger. This game's complicated. Sure. Well, that's great. I'll be able to slam Fawn's Bane Troll. Sure. So now... that guy comes down, sure. So they can't play this anymore. It's all coming up, Nikolai. I don't think I want that right now. Because if I draw a land, I can play Fawn's Bane Troll and just kill their guy. I don't know how they're going to be able to kill this. And then I'll be able to put Picnic Thing on it, maybe. Well, that's good for me. I'll keep that. I can't cast it yet, but I'll keep it. Two. So my guy will be a 6/5. No attacks. Stuff like Daredevil and probably Graceful Takedown in one of their plays. Unless they play another one of those dragons, which would be pretty annoying. Thanks, Pappy and Spartacus. Okay, they kill my guy. Sure. Yeah, this thing's kind of scary. All going to depend on if I can hit a land for this guy. Okay, they ditched their Scarecrow to get back a removal spell, I assume. Kill their 3/2. I hope they don't have a forest in their deck. They probably do. Yeah. They've used Firebolt. Okay. No, not the Bruiser. Land. Beautiful. We needed that. Here they can turn this thing into a huge guy. And make my guy a 3/3, so I can't do anything about it right now. But then I get to kill their 4/4. And I'll have a guy that's big enough to block them. Because I'll be able to put the counters on. So I'm going to go to 6. Of course, I draw my forest now. Might as well attack. That way, if they do hit me, I'll go to 1. And now they might have to chump block. How the turntables, Mizu. How the turntables. Please don't draw something. I didn't mean to taunt you. Please. I mean well. I promise. Wow, 1 life point can mean everything. Do they have a buff spell? Are you kidding me? They top decked a buff spell? Oh my gosh. Devastation. They turn my guy into a 3/3 and then they sack their hatching plants to deal 3 to it. It doesn't work, does it? Living Lectern. Okay. Oh, they have trample. I'm bad. Why didn't I bother reading this before I decided to attack? Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. I might not have won, but gosh, they top decked a 2-drop. They could have top decked anything, but oh my gosh. Man. They were 1 mana off of killing me though with the Lectern because they could have sacked it to put the counter on. Man, this deck went 2 and 3. What a travesty. Our deck was sick. This was a sick deck. You have to make good plays, though. And I made 2 horrific misplays that lost me games, so. And my horrific misplays are usually like very minor things, but like when you lose a game because of it, it feels like a horrific misplay. Like if I had just like not let them use their card that buffed their guy, their 3 blind mice thing. I forget what the combat trick they even had was. Was it like a Kellen's or something? It was something that punished me for blocking with my 3/3. I think it was Kellen's. So it was kind of going to be good against me no matter what. But yeah. Anyway, it was a sweet deck. I think it just didn't line up properly. I never drew my Hearth Elemental. Would have been great that last game. But yeah, they needed to make a top deck, and I needed to make a top deck, and I did not top deck at the end there. Also, I should have just held this guy back. Yeah, I also made the misplay of playing the huge giant pre-combat instead of holding the royal roll-up. Yeah, so maybe not my most clean game, but I think this deck was good, and I think I built it correctly. And I'm excited to try decks like this in the future. The Fawnsbane Troll was pretty great. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you made it all the way till the end, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag 4color hype, because this was a cool deck, and the 4color did work, I think. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback, and I'll catch you next time. I hope you have a great day.